Hello, welcome back to Sil-Q. So I was pretty unsatisfied with the fact that our last character died and we weren't actually able to kill Morgoth. So I've actually been playing last couple of days and I've gotten this guy down to 950 feet. This is a pretty similar build to what we were doing. I changed up a couple of things, but we're basically the same. We have our set of skills, we're pretty close to 60 evasion. Unfortunately on this character we didn't have the best luck with forges later on, so I wasn't able to actually forge all of the things that I wanted to. This was our last forge of the run right here, had 4 uses on it, and we forged just a regular defender short sword, a shield of deflection, and a set of gloves and boots of Brethil. I was intending to make artifact gloves and boots, which would have +2 evasion each, so we're missing 2 evasion there. An artifact sword, which would have 5 evasion total, so we're missing, I guess, just 1 evasion on the sword. Yeah, that would bring us up to 60. So yeah, we're below 60 by 3 points. Fortunately, we do have some potions, so we can quaff our potions of dex to get up to 60. We just have to be really careful that they don't expire while we're fighting Morgoth, because then he can get a hit in on us and probably one-shot kill us. Changes in this build. We have not picked up Fletchery the whole game. That saved us 2000 experience in the archery skill tree. And instead of doing Armorsmith Enchantment Artifice, I ended up doing Weaponsmith Jeweler Artifice. The reason being that I did have a couple of attempts that died in the early game, primarily due to not finding a bow early enough, and Weaponsmith allows us to make a bow. We only have 11 arrows of piercing, but we've got 60 regular, well not regular, we've got 60 plus 3 arrows that we found throughout the game. So I think we will be able to take out Morgoth as long as things go well. We can just shoot him with the regular arrows until he gets low, and then we can swap over to the piercing arrows. Yeah, so we got down to a min depth of 1000 when I was on this level, which was unfortunate because we hadn't managed to smith everything just yet. So what I did was I just smithed what I could and explored this entire level just to grab the last few dregs of experience. Our total experience is sitting at 80,800. We've actually put 1 more point into evasion than the build required due to missing out on forges. But yeah, hopefully this goes well, and we'll just see how we do. Let's make sure that I have my equipment set up correctly. I think I do. Yep, let's go for it. I guess I'll quaff quickness before I head down and start singing delvings just to uncover any traps that are next to us. Okay, let's sit for a moment. No traps immediately next to us. Let's be in stealth mode. We're probably in the clear now that we're out of that main area. There is a serpent here. He only has 9 perception, so we don't need to sneak to avoid him. Our stealth is actually pretty high. 25 stealth. We found a really nice shadow cloak of stealth actually. This has +5 stealth on it, which is the highest I've ever seen on one of these. There's a steel chest here which we may as well check. Special short bow. We don't auto-identify it because we didn't pick up enchantment this run, but we can wear our warhammer and have a look. Short bow of Phallus. Let's swap back to our defender short sword. Some more arrows here, that's nice. Mithril corselet, and just past this door is the Silent Watcher. Let's sit back here in the corner, let ourselves recover. Because once we shoot this guy, it's all going to kick off. Okay, let's do it. So the tension has been broken. Morgoth will be up and about. Right there. So let's shoot him to get his attention, and now we run for it. Let's quaff a quickness. We've only got 2 potions of quickness, so we're not going to have enough for the entire Morgoth fight probably. Get back over here. Strength and dexterity. We do need the dexterity. Probably would be safer. We've got a little bit of experience. We can get up to 58 effective evasion. That's probably worth doing just in case there are a couple of turns in between us expiring on our dexterity buff and quaffing the next one. We have to kill him within 3 potions of dexterity. I guess because we are not guaranteed to be safe, I should quaff Constitution as well. Grace can't hurt, I guess, because more perception means more attack bonus from concentration. So let's do that. Let's quaff Grace, Con, Strength, Dexterity last. We want that to last the longest. Yeah, that's it, right? That should be it. We'll shoot him with our piercing arrows to begin with, and then we'll swap over to the piercing when he gets lower. Okay, he's already doing his earthquakes. Yep. Okay, just keep a very close eye on our dexterity, make sure that doesn't fall off. We've already slowed down. We've got his crown off, so that's something. Apologies for being quiet, but I'm really focusing on exactly that. So our dexterity expired, and he missed us, fortunately. He could have gotten a hit in there and killed us. Okay, get the dexterity back. Actually, could he have killed us? Not yet, he's only at plus 30. Maybe we should have conserved our dexterity until he was on really low health. That probably would have been smarter. We've only got one left now. Strength returns to normal. Let's get our strength back up because we do need the damage. Let's do our last quickness because we're slow. We've only got 7 arrows left, and he's not that low on health. Okay, so we have to do the arrows of piercing now. I guess we can pick up our arrows that have fallen on the ground. He is at plus 40 now. We have to be very careful. Last arrow. We are out of arrows. Let's see if we can pick up some stuff. 5 arrows. Just continue from here. I think we're actually picking up our arrows as we're shooting them, which is kind of nice. Last arrow. Okay, we gotta... oh no, we picked it up. Okay, now we're at last arrow. We gotta go pick up arrows again. Are we standing on anything? No. 2 plus 3 arrows. Dexterity returns to normal. Okay, last potion of dex. If we don't get him now, we're never gonna get him. Get our strength back up. Okay, come on, man. You're so low. We do have 20 arrows of Doriath. Maybe we should just use those instead of running around grabbing arrows off the floor. Oof, man, that was tense. Okay, we did get him. Whew. This is a very stressful game sometimes. Alright, let's pick up our arrows. He was standing on 56 arrows. There's the Mighty Hammer Grond. 100 pounds, which we will not be carrying. We're pretty weak when we are not buffed by our strength. Okay, we've got a decent amount of arrows for the ascent at least. Let's see, can we pick up the seals before our strength expires? We have found a couple of nice artifacts this run. In particular, we found Angrist, which will guarantee us the first seal at least. Your weapon will break on the second or the third seal. So let's use Angrist to get the first one out. And now let's swap over to the Glaive of Sirion, and hopefully our melee is actually decently high because we've got so much dexterity. What we want is to break this weapon on the crown. Beautiful. It would be better to break it on the second one than the third one, which is exactly what happened. So now we can use Angrist and get our second and third seals for free. Now there is this do you wish to proceed message, and we have a very bad feeling about freeing the final Silmaril. The reason for that is that freeing the final Silmaril will curse you. What the curse does, it will make you roll with disadvantage if you've played D&D. So basically you roll twice every time you have to make a roll, and you take the worst result. I think the second Silmaril might also do something bad, but I don't actually remember what it is. It might be like more monster spawns on the ascent or something like that, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Anyway, all we have to do now is leg it. Hopefully we will be okay for the ascent. We do have 54 evasion, which was not enough for Morgoth, but is definitely enough for basically everything else in the game. So I think what we want to do is probably just pump up our song as much as we can during the ascent, and that will just let us use our Song of Delvings a little bit more effectively. Hopefully there's nothing too scary waiting for us towards the entrance. Sometimes enemies can come down that stair. I don't really want to step on this web. Yeah, there we go. Finally. Morgoth has locked all these doors with his song. That guy's kind of in our way. He has noticed us. Let's elemental resistance, because he does breathe poison like that. And just run for it. We can Song of Elbreth, I think, to clear these guys off the stair. Come on. There we go. Oh, what? What happened there? Something came down the stair. Oh my god, we almost died. Let's Grace for more Elbreth and Constitution. We're at 1 health for a second there. It's so easy to die. Even when you think you've gotten out of the way of danger. Okay, let's just focus on the ascent and not do anything too stupid. You know what would be nice? Exchange places. Maybe I should have saved experience for that instead. Wait, how do we even get into that room? I think we have to come the other way. How do we get in that room? Okay, we'd have to go through that vault, I think, to get to that stair. Let's try a different one then. We've blocked ourselves in, perfect. Let's actually carry a Staff of Majesty. Could be useful. Can I go down then back up? I can, cool. Well, there's a forge there. We could, if we really wanted, forge the last of our equipment. I'm not going to do that, obviously. We are just going to run for it. Much nicer level, that one. That Wraith shouldn't be able to touch us. He can entrance, but we do have our 2 sources of free action on our boots and our gloves. We're missing our shield, I've just noticed, I guess because we put on the Glaive of Sirion. Let's wear our shield again for more evasion. Let's go up this way so we don't pass the serpent. Getting pretty lucky with these stairs now, which is nice. 1500 experience. Let's just get exchange places. This vampire needs to get out of our way. Okay, what are we at? 450, halfway there. Without Morgoth this is easier, so that's one nice thing I guess. Don't think I want to go that way. Okay, there's an upstair down the bottom there. Getting pretty low on voice, but we do have... These guys aren't intelligence actually, so I don't think Elbereth will scare them away. Oh no, they are. Okay. And what was I saying? We're a bit low on voice, but we've got potions of Miraval. We can quaff those if need be. So this is actually something nice. We did find Boots of Leaping at one point. I think Tevildo dropped them earlier in this playthrough. So we can swap over to our Boots of Leaping and we can leap the chasm to get to this stair. Let's actually quaff a Miraval. Not long to go. Back in the old familiar territory with the bats and the orcs. And the ancient adamant amethyst. Okay, almost at the surface. One more floor. And we're there. Surface shouldn't be too hard. I think it is possible for Karkaroth to hit us. I think he's got a plus 29. So before we get right to the gate, we don't have any quickness. I guess let's just buff up with Grace, Con, probably just Grace and Con. Hopefully we get out of the way before a whole bunch of enemies come up the stair. I just saw Thuringwethel. Let's swap over to our defender so that we've got more evasion. We don't have any potions of dexterity. Actually no, Karkaroth shouldn't be able to hit us. Hang on. We do lose half our evasion from being in a pit. That's fine. You shouldn't be able to hit us now. Yeah, we're in the clear now. I believe Karkaroth cannot hit us. He has plus 29, we've got more than 49 evasion, so we're completely safe. Despite what it may look like. Kinda sad that our dexterity got drained right at the end. Means that our evasion won't be as high in the final character sheet. Let's just make sure we're wearing all of our evasion stuff. I think we are. Okay, cool. There we go. So it's unfortunate that we didn't get to win on the first character, but there's a legitimate win for you for killing Morgoth with an archer. Would have been nice to have found a couple more forges and be able to properly smith all of the equipment that I wanted to, but with the potions of dexterity we pulled through. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.